compared to like what you were going to be.
Yeah, way better than I thought. Hey, by the way, we're live. We are live. Welcome. No, you're good. Welcome to the NFL Draft or West Coast Draft Podcast. Goodness gracious.
NFL Draft Pod. We're about to get copyright claimed.
Oh, we're going to be copyright claimed here soon. Yeah, welcome to the West Coast Draft Podcast. Shout out to all you guys who are on. We started an hour and 2 minutes later than anticipated. A big part of that is me celebrating a win that we'll talk about it later.
Joe Flacco is an elite quarterback.
Joe Flacco is a very elite quarterback. I can't. That was that. That was not Donald Trump. I'll tell you that much.
No, that wasn't very good. See, the way you unlock a Trump impersonation is all the hands. It's all the hands for a Trump impersonation.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta have the Can
you hear the mic?
You gotta have that. Can't hear the mic. Whose mic?
Mine or hold on. Testing. You hear me? Come on, Nick.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
What are you doing? Broncos on top. Shout out Adriel. What's up, Adriel? Broncos kind of on top. They sucked against the Jets. We'll talk about that game later, though. You gotta know whose mic is off. I can't. You gotta work with something here.
I know. Come on. For 1TS, Nick.
It's Nick, yeah.
It's
Nick.
I'm dumb. Yeah.
We can't hear you? Turn your volume up, probably. I can hear you fine. Hold on, I'm gonna open YouTube and see if I can. I want to see if I can hear us. I can hear us fine. Yeah, Nick, turn your volume up, dog. Also, shout out Nick.
We have 67 subscribers. That's pretty cool.
Why does that number always keep coming back?
Oh, crap. Oh, my God. I didn't know I walked into that. Why did it have
to be 67?
I walked right into that one.
I never said the Bengals are good, to be clear. The Broncos absolutely destroyed us a few weeks ago, Adriel, if you remember. But the Broncos, they did almost lose to the Jets. That's also a fact. Anyways, yeah, we have 67 subscribers. Hey, this is a 67 subscriber special. Yeah, there you go. Apparently I confirmed I did get clips doing this. So you're lagging.
It's you. We both checked the live stream. It's you, Nick.
Come on, Nick.
Oh, never mind.
This guy. Hey, I will say, shout out Nick. Lockdown corner right there. Okay.
Oh my God, this one kid last game, like the strap celebration, he got burned and the kid dropped it. It's like we made fun of him.
You should.
And he got majorly head tapped on a touchdown too. And it was like it should have been his by far. I don't know how he didn't get the pick.
I just said never mind. Whatever. It's fine. Maybe we are lagging. I don't know. My Wi-Fi is always on the fritz, and I'm streaming, so I'm the one streaming, so makes sense. Said, did Unk snap? I don't know. I feel fine. Am I Unk? I assume I'm Unk.
We call one of our players Unk. I don't know. One of our coaches does 37U football. So we call it, and he always misses coaching meetings on Sunday because of it. So we always say he's at Uncle League.
Shout out Zayden, also apparently listening. Dog out there. What was the score at the end of our game? 46, and it shouldn't even been 6. We should have been 40. Nick was there.
Well, you want to hear something pretty awesome that I got to experience in my middle school flag football career? This was the highlight. So, did you have morning announcements come on over the speaker in your first period class in your middle school?
No, but on Mondays we have a broadcast that we watch.
Mm-hmm. So, we would every morning, first period class, we do the Pledge of Allegiance. On the speaker would lead the Pledge of Allegiance. And then we'd do some morning announcements. And they would always tell the score of like the game the day before. There's a couple of different sports. There's usually like 2 sports at a time, usually one for boys, one for girls. But actually, flag football is co-ed. In winter, it was only flag football, but like in fall, there'd be boys and girls soccer, and in the spring, there's boys and girls basketball. Mm-hmm. So there's a game the day before they do announcements, saying the score and saying like the top stat line of the game. And if you got on that, you felt like the coolest guy in school. I just remember like when they said I remember one game we had like a ton of sacks, and they said the defense got this many sacks from Robbie Jokic, or so many from Robbie Jokic, so many from this person, so many from this person. And he felt so cool because the coach, he worked in the school, and he would write down the announcement, give it to the person, and we were like, oh my god.
That's awesome.
It was really cool, man.
Awesome. That's big time. That's a big time moment right there.
It was
That's a big
awesome.
time moment. You feel like you see your name. It's like when you see your name like going across the ticker on SportsCenter.
Oh, exactly. That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like. People would be talking about the game.
That's gonna sit up there for a while. I'm just gonna say that we finally won a game. And we'll talk about that game when we get to it.
Do you want to talk about it off the bat?
No, we'll talk about it when we get to it.
You can do it. I did it for the Seahawks one. I want to hear.
Okay, and because obviously I'm gonna have to talk about a Bengals loss here too. In a way, winning on Thursday, talking about the Sunday game that we lost. But I'll talk about the Thursday game we won first. Well,
it's fresh in your mind.
So this game, holy cow, dude! Our defense is. Let's focus on the negative because there's some element of it. Our defense still, and obviously that makes a big difference, but our defense is just awful. Simply atrocious. Couldn't stop a nosebleed. Aaron Rodgers. First half actually wasn't terrible. Like they started slowing down a little bit. Second half, I think the Steelers punted once the entire half. Like it was ridiculous, and obviously they had like a vintage Aaron Rodgers like Hail Mary that ended up being a touchdown to Freiermuth, gave them a lead there at the end.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, I guess the Steelers last year, but goodness gracious, like a 70 yards in the air throw, just absolute moonball that didn't even come close to as far as getting caught. Like it wasn't like you're worried about it. The Bengals knocked it down pretty easily. Best rush is inept. Shamar Stewart keeps getting in the backfield, but can't finish a dang tackle in the backfield. Which this was his first game back from an injury, so I'm not too worried.
Does that sound familiar to you? Of maybe what his problem was in college?
Yeah, I know. Anyways, so yeah, defensively, pass rush is terrible. Linebackers are rough, man. I know, like they're trying to get Knight and Carter more snaps, to try and get more snaps from the young guys and develop them, but they just don't look ready right now. They have their moments. They both have their moments, like flashes, but just not consistent right now. They're consistent. Look, better range than like Oren Burks and Logan Wilson right now. But from a pure like knowing what they're doing standpoint, and also just being sound tacklers right now, they're just not there. When Demetrius Knight's 25 years old, by the way, like he's not mistakes. Right now he is, so that's not great. Now to the positive. Offensively, holy crap. Actually, okay, one more negative. I started the Steelers because, holy cow, Flacco was insane in this game. He was lights out.
He was.
It's lagging. I know it's lagging. It's fine. Don't worry too much about it. It'll be okay. Flacco was insane in this game. Like, absolutely crazy. I think he finished with 67% completion, 350 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, like just receiving or receptions, not receiving yards, and he only had the 1 touchdown. Jamar got more than 28.7. He got me, maybe if you're not on PPR, he got me like 38. How many did he get me? Yeah, he got me 38.1 in fantasy. Jamar got me 38.1 in fantasy. So Jamar went off in PPR. Oh, I guess if you're in half-point PPR, it would be 20. PPR 38.1. So just an insane performance by Jamar. Every time they this is screw it, Jamar's down there somewhere approaching it, and it worked. Hey, Josevach actually came up with a couple this year, but he came up with some big clutch ones. T obviously had the one huge clutch one there at the end, plus the touchdown in the first half to give him the first lead of the game. Overall, offensively, Jace Brown finally went over 100 yards rushing in a game. Feels like he's been like at 50 yards rushing for 6 weeks in a row. He finally went over 100 in a game, which is nice. We gave up like 2 sacks in the whole game. Smith, Nick Herbig, Nate Herbig, one of the Herbigs, I don't remember. Point being, only giving up 2 sacks in the whole game to those guys, which those guys historically dominated the Bengals' offensive line. And the offensive line held up pretty scooby to 41 probably, because it's the one I know the least about. How do I feel about the Chiefs win on Sunday? We'll talk about that one. I won't lie, I was watching the Mariners game during that game, but we'll talk about that when we get to it. But it's a big win for the Chiefs. Well, no doubt about that. It's a big win for the Chiefs as far as potentially get 67 yards, 41 catch. Only getting 67 yards on 41 catches is just horrible efficiency. I'll just say that much. Bears and Saints. That's actually a great question. Who's paying 230? Hold on. Let me highlight this comment here. Hold on, Rob. Look at this. Point this out. Who's paying $230 to watch Bears? That's crazy. That's actually really funny. Hey, shout out Nick for noticing that. That's hilarious. But yeah, I mean, shoot. I'm not saying the season. How do you think about your 67 followers? We love every single one of them, and I'm gonna love that 68th even more. Now we're never gonna get 68 followers just because subscribers just because I said that. Dang it. What was I gonna say? Lost my train of thought. Whatever. Point being, this is a huge win for Cincinnati. Does kind of save their season right now. I will say. I'll give 68. I hate 67 stuff. TBH. Thank you, TKM Gaming. Thank you. Anyways, for Cincinnati. Burrow apparently sounds like he might be back in time for mid-December. So
it's all coming together.
It's all coming together. I wait, hold on. They can beat the Jets. They can beat the Bears. They get a bye. They go at Steelers. Could they sweep the Steelers? Oh, that'd be fun. I mean, theoretically,
when's the last time they swept the Steelers?
2021. It hasn't been like crazy.
Okay, not too bad.
Yeah. They could. I mean, I'm not gonna say they will, because let's face it. But they could start rattling off a few wins. They should beat the Jets next week. I will say that they should be 4-4 here soon. And once you're 4-4, anything can happen. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, I want to see who do the Steelers play next. Who's the Steelers' upcoming schedule? I want to see if the Bengals have a shot to get back in this thing. Steelers play. Ooh, Packers. Okay, no wait. Yeah, they play Packers next. Colts, Chargers, Bengals again, Bears, Bills. Ooh. Watch the Ravens be the ones to benefit, though. That would make me angry. That would make me upset. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay. You tip the rope with Riz. I really want to know who I am.
Lady.
I want to know who I am. The 6'7" is really badly because comments have been pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. All right, but I think it's time we talk about some Week 6 games. You ready?
Let's do it. The one thing I'll add about the Steelers Bengals, when I saw that super quick drive with the tackling was horrible in the fourth, because I got home literally started the fourth quarter. After the field goal play, Warren just can't go down. It's like, and that throw to Framing, I was like, oh boy, here we go. But no, you kept them. Attaboy. Joe Flacco getting that 13-yard gain. Not right.
Oh, lead option. Hey, did you hear on the Thursday night post game quick handoff, but it ended up being a broken play and the edge rusher crashed hard on Brown, so he ended up
Good on him. Good on him.
This corny stuff. Anyways,
who is Chris?
Do I have a student named Chris? Anyways, hey, Adriel, I hope you're still here because we're about to talk about the Jets Broncos. Broncos, are they first place in the AFC West right now, or is it?
I think so. I think so.
No, because the Chargers have the head-to-head. I think. I think they're both 4-2, and the Chargers have the head.
You're right. I think the Broncos are incredibly overrated, though.
Offensively, they look terrible.
Their defense is awesome, though.
Oh, can you hear me?
Uh-oh. They're both
frozen.
For a second, you were.
Mason, friends with Pedro. Oh, you know what? That checks it out. Actually, I think okay.
Vote for Pedro.
Pedro. Vote for Pedro. That's right. He's not Mason. Okay, you're definitely not Mason. All right. Yeah, no, Denver offensively really struggled in this one, especially against a poor Jets defense. They just could not sustain drives. They weren't putting up points. Yeah, they come away with a win, but it's more just Jets ineptitude. I mean, most of the times you score 13 points, you're not going to win that football game. Credit to the Jets defense for holding shot.
Yeah.
Starting to cook a little bit more offensively. They had a really great second half offensively against the Eagles, and they just could not follow up on that in New York. So in London, I should say, against New York. So credits to the Jets for holding tough there. At the same time, Sean Payton acknowledged after the game that this was not his best, and it didn't look like it. It didn't look like it.
No. But I'd say the Broncos is a top 5 defense right now.
Yep. Oh, 100%. No, their defense is fantastic. Any real drop off. Nick Benito looks like he's worth every penny they paid.
Oh my goodness.
He looks fantastic. Sertan looks fantastic. They had already paid him, so.
Who's been good this year? Probably playing the best in his career right now.
Who's that?
Talanoa Hufanga has been pretty good this year.
Talanoa Hufanga has been good. They just got to get Drake Greenlaw healthy.
Yeah.
History test tomorrow because almost everyone failed yesterday's history test. Rough. That's rough. Woof. Thought y'all were telling me thought you did good. Yeah, never mind. That's not important. Not my class. That's 7th grade. But yeah, no, for Denver, I mean, you get the win here, and a win's a win. Going from Denver to London's obviously a pretty long trip, so not easy by any means. But I'm not bragging about this game. I'm not bragging about it.
I feel bad for Aaron Glenn because I don't think he's done a horrible job. I just think there's just a lot of disappointment on the Jets team because Sauce and Garrett Wilson have not looked like they did their rookie year ever since.
No.
Like, I think their best player is either Quinn Williams or not Brandon. What's his name? The running back. Brees Hall.
Oh, Brees Hall, yeah.
Yeah, those were their best players.
Who was also part of that draft class.
He was. Yeah. But I feel bad for Aaron Glenn because I think he's done better this year than I expected him to, but he is one nice small guy.
He's kept him competitive in most of their games. Like, yeah, they got destroyed by Dallas, yes.
It feels very much like early Dan Campbell right now.
Yes. Which, hey, guess what tree comes?
Exactly. That's kind of the point I was trying to make, Beau. Can't read subtext.
Right.
Can't read subtext.
I don't know what a subtext is. That's a joke, obviously. Yeah. All right. Are we ready to talk Arizona? Arizona kept this one tighter than I think a lot of us thought they would.
Did, but man, they're in a world of hurt right now.
They had a shot at the end, and they just too much for Jacoby Brissett, I'm afraid.
They're just in a world of hurt right now. I don't think Gannon's going to survive.
Yeah.
Kyler's probably not going to be back after this year. Yeah, I just don't know. There's not much hope right now for Cardinals fans.
Yeah. No, it's not. Jonathan Gannon's not going to be around much longer, unfortunately, because I don't think he's a bad coach, but it's, you only get so long with these rebuilds.
Get so long, you can't get over the hump. Is it Kyler's problem, your problem? I think that Amari DeMarcado stuff is just, you can't be doing that when you're a bad coach. Or not a bad coach. Not a bad coach when you're not winning.
I think that's that. I don't think he's a bad coach. I'd rather have him than Zach Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
But
I tend to agree.
But I also, if you can't win, you can't win at the end of the day, right? There's only so much. Your record's ultimately going to speak for you.
Yeah.
When it's all said and done. And they're 2-4.
In year 3.
They'll have a chance to get 3-4. In year 3, right? Year 1 of a rebuild, fine. Year 2 of a rebuild, you'll even get some grace. By year 3, you got to start seeing results.
Yep.
Unless you have, like, a rookie quarterback. In which case, you probably didn't survive the first 2 years. He probably cut you after the first one. Yeah. For Indy, this one was a little sus. I don't know, at home, playing a reeling Cardinals team, and they kind of had you on the ropes for most of this game. Obviously, come out to win, that's big, but watching this game, it did not look comfortable for Indianapolis at all. And granted, I don't think Arizona is as bad as their record, but at the same time, it just didn't look comfortable. This was, other than obviously the game they lost to the Rams, this is probably their worst performance of the year so far, given the opponent.
Yeah.
These are the games.
They're so fun to watch, though. And it's a good defense.
It's such a good coach.
He's front runner for coach of the year right now.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, killed the.
Although looking at the schedule, I don't know. Is it a Mirage?
Is it a Mirage? Might start getting tough here soon.
It gets a lot tougher. Holy cow!
Oh yeah, look at the
Chargers, Steelers, Falcons, Chiefs.
Look at this December schedule.
Seahawks,
Go to
Niners,
November.
Jags,
Yeah, November. Look,
Holy
November
cow.
on.
Holy cow! I don't see many breaks in that schedule.
I mean, yeah, even starting this week, they're only like easy game left. The rest of the way is the Titans game.
We'll see how long this lasts. I mean, I'm not. It's not being held up by chewing gum and toothpicks right now. I don't think that's what it is.
No.
I don't think they're gonna.
I will say though, looking at all their games, like Cardinals game probably should have been one of the easier ones. Looking at the remaining slate here.
I mean, personally,
beating the Broncos. The Broncos, that's a good team in hindsight. So
and they should have beaten the Rams.
Yeah. So, I mean, not saying they're going to lose all these games. Like, I think they can beat the Steelers. I think they can beat the Falcons. I think they absolutely can beat the rest of their division teams here. It's funny they play the Texans and Jags back to back, and then Jags, Texans back to back later in the season. I feel like you don't see that very often. And then just the two NFC West teams sandwiched in the middle. Colts got kind of a funny schedule, actually. They're winnable games there, absolutely. And 5-1 is a hell of a starting point. But speaking of the team that the Colts are playing this weekend, the LA Chargers went down to Miami, and they needed a miracle.
Oh yeah.
To beat the Dolphins.
Which is kind of embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. No, it's not kind of embarrassing. They needed every break. They needed, obviously,
Tua imploding.
They needed Tua imploding. They needed
Unreal performance from Lad.
Just the easiest sack ever being shaken off wide open. They needed a lot of things to go their way here. Now, and they got all of them, to be credit. And credit to Justin Herbert for shaking off that sack. Let's be clear. That's not...
Yeah, I mean, that's not easy.
But at the same time, like... Yeah, Justin Herbert didn't magically will Lad McConkey to not have anyone within 30 yards of him on a little track. So... should commentate games on the weekend. That could be kind of fun. We thought about that at one point, doing live streams during our team's games.
It's hard. It's hard for me right now because my Sundays are pretty taken up. Maybe I think this is definitely a possibility once the high school season's over.
Yeah.
Especially during like a Husky game. Especially like a Husky game. That'd be cool. You hear that Justice Haynes is probably, or whatever his name, the Michigan running back's probably out.
Ooh, Justice Haynes out. That's huge.
Yeah. Probably out. Who knows? If he's not out, he's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing breakdowns right now.
That's right. We could probably do more weekend stuff. Maybe do shorts at least. Do some shorts like live reacting to games and then post them. I thought about doing that.
I remember my very my short outside of the Caesar Superdome that I recorded never made it on air for a pretty good reason.
Yes.
May have enjoyed the New Orleans culture a little too much.
Yeah. No, we thought about expanding the arsenal. To be fair, I mean, in the past month and a half, we've quadrupled in subscribers. So
Yep.
We're blowing up right now.
With YouTube's most profitable demographic too.
Yep. That actually is very true.
It's very true. It's very true.
So yeah, we might be rolling here soon. We might start getting more content out for you guys. But
can you pull up the Dolphins schedule for me real quick? Because I want to see where their bye is. Because
I want to see when McDaniel gets fired.
Yes.
That's exactly. Ooh, they have to go to Baltimore on a short... Oh, no, they post Baltimore on a short week. Okay.
I think after Baltimore, maybe on the
it's
mini
the
bye.
Weekend before Thanksgiving. I
don't know if he makes it that long.
No, not with this schedule.
Some teams can get a crazy good.
Miami, Cleveland this weekend. It's a shame Daniel's not here anymore. We love the punishment games because
That is the punishment games. The punishment games where I never had a punishment game. Daniel got like most of them.
Daniel got most of them. I had one every now and again.
I never got them. I was just on a heater last year, but I remember because the rule was no phone during punishment games too.
No phone. You have to watch it.
And Daniel got like 1 or 2 times. Like a punishment game turned out to be a banger.
I remember Cleveland, New York Giants was a punishment game, and it was like, dude, he was watching it as punishment, and I was just watching it for fun because it was odd. Because that was back when we thought Cleveland might be decent, so watching them lose at home to the Giants was hilarious.
It was. That was a great punishment game.
Yeah.
I missed those
games last year.
The punishment games will come back. Punishment games can come back after the football season.
Yeah.
Because I miss the whole morning and half of the afternoon window every Sunday.
All right. But speaking of punishment, yeah, Miami puts their fans through punishment games every Sunday. So
I wonder how that teacher's doing.
Oh man, she looks so excited. She had her and I can say as a teacher, you put so much effort into all these fun activities that you plan for your students. You decorate your classroom and everything. And you just know she's got some student that's a little turd that walks in. Hey, how'd the Dolphins do yesterday?
Oh man, yep.
Man.
You know, I have a lot of respect for like elementary teachers because you get one group of kids all day for a whole year. Woo.
I couldn't do it.
I'd go crazy. I mean, even just being with
and I don't know if any of my homeroom students are watching this right now. You know what? Love you guys if you are. But last year, when we had state testing and I had my homeroom for the whole day for 3 straight days, I loved it. I loved it. That's what I'll say. Absolutely loved it. Greatest experience ever. Greatest experience ever. That's awesome. Yeah, no, elementary school and elementary teachers are saints. Genuinely. They have to teach every subject and they have to teach the same group of kids over like every day.
Whole year.
For a whole day, for 8 hours, 9 hours a day, for 180 days. Like
there's no one as patient as elementary school teachers, especially the little ones.
Yes.
They have a gift.
Yes. Me, I just have to wait till the hour hand turns over, and then I'm like, "Oh, you were
see ya,
angry.
Not my problem.
See ya. See you tomorrow."
Yeah, no, I mean,
and their attitudes get worse in middle school. The attitudes in middle school are worse.
You probably can't joke around with them as much, though.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I can joke around all I want with the middle schoolers. I can be sarcastic. I can roast them, and most of the time they can take it. Some of them can't take it. And the ones that can't take it, you learn early on who can take it and who can't.
I feel like that. I feel like that kind of teacher when I'm running film. Is like there's a kid who like. There's this one play we had a little pop pass to the tight end who like just joined the team and like he bobbled it and got hit and they rolled it a fumble and it was like. And he's saying in film, but coach, I never caught it. So it shouldn't have been a fumble. It's like, I was like, well, maybe you should have caught it then. Maybe you wouldn't have fumbled it if you caught it. Because he kept trying to say, I didn't catch it. Like that kind of sarcasm, I feel like I'd be pretty good at that. Like maybe next year, if I don't have a job or if I'm not in school again, maybe I'll be like a sub.
That'd be fun. That would be fun. Seeing all the kids again. They're like, hey, wait. Coach Jogan. They call you Coach Jogan?
I'm Coach Rob. I'm Coach Rob.
Coach Rob, okay.
Coach Rob. There's like a mix of last names and first name coaches, but I just feel like Coach Jokeman's too much of a mouthful.
You see, they call me Coach Gleason. I honestly, if I was just coaching, I'd tell them to call me Coach Beau. But because they already know me as Mr. Gleason in the classroom, they call me Coach Gleason on the field.
Yeah, I can't.
A lot of the time, they just call me Mr. Gleason on the field too.
That rocks. No, No, it's like if my players saw me in the classroom, oh, they better be on their best behavior because I run the extra conditioning for our team, so it's like I'll remember that if you misbehave in class, you're running after practice.
That's right. All right.
New England versus the Saints.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Saints, man. Ever since the drubbing that we gave them, they've been playing every team and good teams, really feisty.
Yeah.
I mean, they might have something. Spencer Rattler.
Spencer Rattler looks good. They might not have to be drafting a quarterback high this year after all. He looks good.
I know. I mean, and it's really telling that the Eagles look horrible.
Yes.
How much of the success was Kellen Moore? Mm-hmm. Quarterback whisperer, maybe.
Ooh. Didn't think about that.
Uh-huh. The Eagles' current OC is chunked up.
Kellen Moore's been successful OC basically every time he's been OC. No, even the year when he was with the Chargers, where the Chargers kind of went flat, it was more Staley's fault.
It was definitely Staley.
Yeah. So, Bengals heard MJ was a Bengals fan, decided to give Jamar Chase 23 targets. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, Staley's Where's Staley now? He's the Niners Kellen Moore's. No, he's the Saints DC.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. It was funny, we were just talking about it. Yeah, him and Kellen Moore are best buds apparently, because they keep hiring each other. No, Kellen Moore knows how to scheme an offense, and what he's done with Rattlers really, really telling for what he's able to accomplish. So, no, New Orleans is competitive. New England keeps chugging along, though. They just look good. They look really good right now. They look strong. Cleveland, Pittsburgh. Bill Gabriel sucks.
Yeah, he's not good.
He's not good. And this whole program last week I dedicated being like, you know what? He impressed me. He did what he had to do. He's a backup quarterback and a backup game manager at that, and that's all he has to be. This one, you see where that can hurt you, especially when you see what Joe Flacco did, who you traded 4 days before this game. You see what Joe Flacco does to the same team, just absolutely destroys him. And then you got the city of Cincinnati, your hated cross-state rival, on Amazon Prime shouting "Thank you, Cleveland" on the post game with Flacco jerseys. That was hilarious, by the way. Just absolutely beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. For me personally, at least for the city of Cleveland, it's rough, and a lot of Browns fans I'm already seeing are like, oh boy, Friday morning talk shows in Cleveland are going to be... Our Friday morning talk show is going to be worse in Cleveland or Pittsburgh tomorrow.
Oh, God. I'll have to tune in.
Oh,
how's Urinating Tree doing? I gotta check. I
gotta check on him. Let's see what he's up to. Oh, man. Him losing to Flacco again. Did you know going into this game, Joe Flacco is 3-0 against the Steelers on Thursday Night Football?
Really? Wants to fire Terrell Austin. Yeah, he's just mad at Terrell Austin.
No, he's actually saying it's not, firing Terrell Austin won't do anything because it's Mike Tomlin's defense at the end of the day.
We do not care. Nothing unexpected from him. He's a rational fan.
No, he is pretty rational, and he knows when to criticize the Steelers.
He has been blocked by the Steelers for many, many years.
Yep.
Who's the Steelers' most famous fan?
It's not Michael Jordan, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Michael Jordan's getting like born in like the 70s, right? 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
How does he become a Bengals fan
Well,
then?
he was probably the Bengals were decent in the 70s.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
They were decent in the 70s. There wasn't like a team in Carolina. There wasn't a Panthers yet.
That is true.
Like the
Not
closest
the
team might have,
Commanders.
not the they were probably. I mean, yeah, they weren't called the Commanders.
They weren't the Commanders then,
But yeah,
that's kind of a tough spot to find a team. No,
Atlanta.
that makes
They're
sense.
kind of at like a crossroads between Atlanta, Washington.
Tennessee didn't have a team yet.
Tennessee didn't have a team yet. You're at a crossroads between Atlanta, Washington, and Cincinnati's probably
it's
not
kind of
too
there.
far away.
No, it's kind of a triangle.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense to me. I can see it.
Yeah.
Cincinnati.
That's right. But anyways, I just love that Cleveland and Pittsburgh and Cincinnati are all involved in this Joe Flacco drama now. And the Ravens, who was Joe Flacco's team for most of his career, are not involved at all. We'll talk about the Ravens here in a couple games. But yeah, Dylan Gabriel sucks. Steelers, I mean, they keep churning out wins. They don't look particularly comfortable, obviously, until tonight. But going into this game, they kept churning out wins. Don't look particularly comfortable. Even this Cleveland game, not that 9-23 is particularly close, but they had so many opportunities to make this like a 35-point, game, and they just didn't offensively look like they felt like it. And now the Browns defense is good. Obviously, you have to give the Browns defense but credit there. But do you see Myles Garrett after the game? He just looked so defeated when
I know.
he was like, we always lose like this. Just can't put up enough points. Like, dang, bro.
You chose to be here, buddy. You
asked for a trade and then you reneged on it as soon as you saw the dollar signs. You could have just followed through with the trade request, to be clear. You could be in Detroit right now.
Man, imagine that. That'd be a lot of fun.
Oh, man. All right. Next up. Dallas, Carolina. The Rico Dowdle revenge game.
That was crazy.
Just absolutely
shredded them.
Insane. 183 yards rushing. Even more when you include receiving yards. Just absolutely brutal.
That rocks, man. Good on Rico Dowdle. They let him go for nothing.
Yeah. No, Rico Dowdle's like rushed for like 400, or not rushed, but gotten 400 yards of offense in the past 2 weeks. He's going off. And now, granted, it was against the Dolphins and Cowboys. He plays the Jets this week. So it might not be slowing down soon. Yeah, no, it's been a treat to watch. Dak had a nice game in this one too. Pickens had a big game, 168 receiving.
George Pickens has been really good this year.
George Pickens has been great in the place of CeeDee Lamb while he's been out.
I mean, shout out Shoddy, I guess, but you're not winning.
No, I mean their offense is humming.
Aberflus has been a disaster on defense.
Yes.
Absolute disaster. They're probably one of the worst defenses in the NFL.
Yeah. Probably, let's see.
If not the worst.
The Bengals.
DVOA. Let's go DVOA.
Do you see DVOA anywhere?
Well, just look up defensive DVOA on Google.
Alright, that's fine.
Well, I guess it's just DVOA.
Oh, here we go. It's loading. Here we go. Oh, it doesn't let me sort. Dang it. Dang it. Whatever.
Whatever. I'll just say it. Cowboys have one of the
We'll
worst,
just
if
do.
not the worst defense.
They do have the worst. They do have the worst by total defense. By yardage, they have the worst, and it's not particularly close either. They're
Whew.
a whole.
Hey, Bengals are right there.
I was close. We're 31. I wasn't far off. Yay! That's not one you won't. That's not one you want to be right about. I'll just say that much. Yeah. Yeah, Dallas' defense is horrible. Definitely cost them this one. Carolina's turned off a couple wins in a row. Again, not exactly against top-flight competition, but wins are wins. It's probably going to be too tough to catch Tampa. They do have the head-to-head over Atlanta at the moment, though. So, we'll see. We'll see. They look competitive right now, and I think that's a lot more than you could have said even a few weeks ago. So, gotta give them credit. All right. Floor is yours. Seattle, Jacksonville.
All righty. I think this game, the score doesn't. The game wasn't as close as the score entails. Especially because Seahawks had it, on like the 5-yard line and kneeled it out. The defense was incredible this game. Absolutely incredible. Sacked Lawrence 7 times. Hardly blitzed him, but when he did, He just went down almost every time. Do you see that picture of the Chenanwosu like shoving his head in the dirt? That's what the Seahawks posted. Trevor was awful. Trevor was awful this game. They seemed to party too hard after the Chiefs. Byron Murphy, insane, 2 sacks. I think he had 2.5 actually. He's really coming to form. Probably could have had another one, but his short arms made him slip out of his grasp. The secondary is still not great with all the injuries. We got burned on a fake screen and burned a couple. Like Josh Jobe, thank God Travis Hunter lined up offsides because Josh Jobe caught a pick. It bounced out of his hands and ran into Brian Thompson's hands for a touchdown. It got called back. But the defense was just incredible. I mean, I haven't seen defense like this in many years. It's so fun to watch. Offensively, I mean, man, Donald and JSN's connections are another level right now. I mean, they're just totally clicking. I never thought JSN would be a burner, but he had like a 60-yard touchdown. Again, I mean, Jacksonville's got a good defense, man. I don't think their defense gets talked about enough. They have a really good defense, and it was.
You're good at forcing turnovers for sure.
Yeah, and they didn't have a single turnover against us. Yeah, I mean, Darnold's playing great. JSN's playing great. I think the running game's taken a bit of a dip ever since we lost Robbie Oots coming back after the bye, so in time for the Commanders game. But I mean, it was a great win. Some people were complaining about the offense a little bit. It's like we're up against pretty good defense, and it is what it is. 10 a.m. kick in a hot environment, but just really satisfied with the Seahawks right now, man. Just really liking how they're playing. No special teams demons this year so far. Other than Jason Myers.
It, brother. He just jinxed it.
Oh, shit.
I just saw a funny tweet while you were talking.
Sorry, to make that point, though, it was awful last year is what I'm saying. Like
right. Oh, yeah.
Like in kickoffs and stuff. Tell me the funny tweet.
Oh, the funny tweet was the classic y'all, my brother just woke up from a 15-year coma with all like the happy emojis, and then the quote tweet was and it was from today. Quote tweet was tell him Flacco's still doing it.
Send that to me, please. I got to see that one.
Oh no, it wasn't from today, but I'll send it to you still.
Okay.
Cool. It's still good. It's still good.
That
it
rocks.
Wasn't from today, though.
Oh damn. But no, that rocks. That's awesome. I mean, yeah, just really satisfied with. I mean, Mike McDowell is just a stupendous coach. I think we got really lucky with that one. And was one of his best moves was firing Grubb as quick as he did, because that offense was horrible. I mean, just so many young guys are just coming into their own right now. JSN and Byron Murphy are really coming into their own. Nick Emanwari had a good game too. His first full game. That was awesome to see. And Gray Zabel's been fantastic. He hasn't let up a sack yet. Just stupendous. But yeah, just loving the direction we're going right now. The big thing they still got to work on is the run game. Run game has been as good as we've wanted. Passing game's been much better than expected. Travis Hunter sucked this game. I don't get their game plan with him at all.
Yeah, they don't. It felt like against KC, they're finally starting to get him more balanced looks, and like he was doing well. And then this week they turn around and they blow it again.
Trevor Lawrence just looked skittish all game. He got hit early and did not want to keep getting hit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Rams versus the Ravens.
Oh man! So the Rams didn't look that they didn't look that great in this game, at least offensively. Defensively, they look great, but it's Cooper Rush, so who cares, right? But offensively, especially against the Ravens defense, and I guess we didn't really touch on this, but the Ravens traded Odafe away.
Yeah, that's right.
Away.
I wish we made that trade, honestly.
Yeah, and they picked up Alohi Gilman. He's a fine safety, but I'd consider that a net negative. Long term and this year actually, because when your defense is hurting and your defensive line is hurting, I don't know if it's the best idea to trade a pass rusher. But anyways, their secondary is also hurting. I get it, but you also just used a first round pick on a safety, so it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Everything hurts for the Ravens right now.
Yeah, that's true. Point being, it's. The Ravens just seem relatively, they just seem kind of broken right now. And obviously a big part of that's Lamar not being here. If Lamar had been in this game, I'm sure they probably would have come out with a win or at least looked more competitive. But they just kind of look like a sad husk of a football team right now. They're 1-5 going into their bye week. They'll probably reel off a couple wins once Lamar's back. They may even get back to 500, but they're not going to win 11 in a row. They're not going to go 12.
When's the last time you've seen a Ravens team look like this?
2015. They looked awful in 2015.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It has been a while, though. That's the year they picked Ronnie Stanley in the first round the next year. So it's been a long time.
I wonder if they move on from Harbaugh. Well, not move on, but I wonder if Harbaugh retires.
I could see him like just moving into a front office role.
Yeah, yep.
Like a lifetime achievement role.
Give
him the Saban office in Alabama.
A make work job, basically.
Yeah.
Like what we wanted to do with Pete.
Yep. Rams, I mean, they didn't look particularly great, but they ran into a team that is barely a football team at this point. So, and until I guess I can't talk too much trash, because until recently the Bengals were barely a football team. I will say, I know we're not talking about the Bengals right now. We talk about them in 2 games, but this is 3 straight weeks of the Cincinnati Bengals actually looking like a real football team. Congratulations. At least they won. They finally won, at least. That's what real football teams are supposed to do. They're supposed to win every now and again, at least. So, that's good. All right, Tennessee, Vegas.
Toilet bowl.
Brian Callahan is dead.
He's finally gone. He's coming back to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
The only way you can prevent that fate is firing Zach Taylor.
Oh, absolutely. Shoot, they might bring him back mid-season. They brought back Hugh Jackson mid-season.
I know, that's what I was. That's literally when I heard that. That's what I thought. Oh, could it happen?
It could, honestly. I'm scared it will. It probably will, honestly. That's what I'm scared of. Yeah, man. Yeah. Credit to Tennessee for finally making the move they have to make, because they are just an awful, awful football team. They should be 0-6. It not that it bums me out, but it disappoints me that a good coach who I believe is a good coach, and Aaron Glenn, is still 0-6 with just some rough luck losses like the Bucs, the Steelers, The Broncos, just games they really could have won if a couple more bounces go their way, and they weren't able to get it done. And meanwhile, Brian Callahan saved his job for a week because he just had the luckiest BS ever go in his favor against the
I
Cowboys.
know.
Yeah. So, just unfortunate. Just unfortunate. Adam Rodgers. Ooh, that's rough. Sorry, I'm just looking at group chat. Hey, for the Raiders, Pete finally got his second win as Las Vegas Raider. It's been a while.
It
Week
has.
1 was his last one. It's funny to think of week 1. This is why you can never rely too much on week 1 results. The Raiders beat the Patriots in Foxborough.
First time that Gino has been awful all year.
Yep.
So, good on you.
Yep. Okay. Cincinnati, Green Bay. I'll talk about this one. I talked about the fun.
Floor's yours.
Time to talk about the ugly Green Bay game now. The ugly Bengals game here. So, okay, so second half, I think the Bengals offense we saw tonight against Pittsburgh, we started seeing the second half against Green Bay. You started to see the getting Jamar overly involved in the game plan. You started to see, and to be clear, when I say getting Jamar overly involved, that's a compliment. You can never involve him too much. So just force feeding him, getting the ball to T, getting the ball to your elite weapons. You paid these guys, use them. Offensive line settled down a little bit in the second half too. I think what really hurts the Bengals offense is their conservative game planning in the first half, and this was what killed them in Green Bay, really. They could have won this game if they'd played any better in the first half offensively. So many drives against Green Bay were running back, dive up the middle, first down. Running back, dive up the middle, second down. Have Flacco drop back and try to sling it on third down. Like, nothing creative, nothing to scheme Jamar open. And granted, Green Bay's a good defense, so I want to give them their flowers. They handled their business, but they just didn't look comfortable, like, at all. Like, the Bengals offense literally looked like just there was no rhythm to it. There was no, like, flow to it. Didn't feel like there was, like, a solid game plan in place. And granted, that's the first half. That's when these drives are supposed to be scripted. The script was let's poop all over ourselves. That was the script, it felt like. It was terrible. Second half, I don't know what was going on there. Actually, one play on Jamar's touchdown towards the end of the game, the insane one-hander that he was being interfered with and like tackled by two corners while he was catching the pass. It was insane. What was crazy about that one is apparently he was the one who called the play. It wasn't Taylor. It wasn't even Flacco, because Flacco's like, he just got here. He's not going to audible out of what Taylor's calling. Jamar was like, hey, no, this is what we should do. He called a shot. Legend. Jamar Chase, legend. Also, shout out Jamar Chase. Tonight became the only receivers along with Jerry Rice and Randy Moss, so only the third receiver ever, and those are two pretty good names to be tied to go for over 5,000 yards over 6,000 yards receiving in the first 5 years of their career. I think we're looking at an all-time great, potentially. On pace for it, at least.
I think so.
Chase.
I think so.
I love you, Jamar Chase. That's all I'm going to say. He doesn't get hurt as much. I love Joe Burrow. Obviously. Joe Burrow's my guy. Joe Burrow's my favorite player. If anyone asks me who's your favorite player, it's Joe Burrow. But I love Jamar. And Jamar, knock on wood, generally stays healthier than Burrow. I got to say that.
He does.
Which is crazy because he's a receiver. He should be the one getting banged up.
I disagree because Burrow gets hit more.
That's true. That's true. Fix the O-line. Okay. defensively, this the funny thing about this game. Defensively, and actually it's kind of the same thing as the Steelers game. Defensively, first half they looked okay. They're forcing some turnovers. They're getting off the field. They're getting the ball back for the offense. And then the second half, they couldn't stop a nosebleed. It was terrible. Couldn't get off the field to save their lives. So 2 straight weeks where the defense in the second half is just awful. So I don't know what's happening in the locker room at halftime, but they're just terrible. They had an opportunity. Like, they were down 24-18, had a chance to get the ball back for their offense. And with like 3 minutes left, 3rd down and like 12, had a guy dead to rights on a sack, missed it, and then I think it was Romeo Doubs got just wide open down the field. Kind of the same thing that happened with Freiermuth on his long touchdown today, actually. So I think that was a look the Steelers had seen when they ran that. They knew it would be susceptible. So, yeah, there you go. I don't want to highlight that game too much. Bengals are 3-4. They're not out of it yet. They've got some winnable games coming up. Got to play better, especially defensively. But Flacco's giving them a little more life than they probably deserve to have. So,
yeah, I hate it for Jake Browning, honestly.
I do, but I mean, it's also kind of his fault a little bit. I'd say Minnesota and Minnesota and Denver were not his fault. I honestly think if Burrow or even Flacco had played against Detroit, there's a good shot. I don't know if we win, but that game is a lot closer than it ended up being. That's all I'll say. San Fran, Tampa. Tampa's just a wagon right now.
Bucs are the best team in the NFL right now, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. They look awesome. Baker's MVP. That 3rd down conversion he had, where he almost got sacked by 2 guys, he escaped and rushed and got it, was absolutely insane. And then he followed it up with the 50-yard touchdown to Tez Johnson. I can't remember, it's the next play or like 2 plays later or whatever. Just absolutely insane sequence that turned this game, because San Francisco had a chance to get back in it if they get stopped there. Baker's just playing out of his mind right now.
It makes the loss to them feel a lot better.
Oh, that was never a bad loss.
It wasn't, but it stung a little bit.
Yeah. I think it was how it happened that could sting. I think that's valid because, yeah, Seattle probably should have won that game. Kind of a fluky loss. But yeah, I mean, San Francisco, I don't even know if it's just the injuries just keep mounting up, man. It's insane. Fred Warner goes down in this one. Out for the season.
That's brutal, man. I feel, he's such an important player for them.
Yeah. Kyle Shanahan's just, poor guy.
Can't get any luck.
Not get any luck. Insane. Wait, hold on. New stat. Here we go. Joe Flacco with the Bengals. 550 passing yards, or over 550 passing yards, over 5 passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions, over 60 completions, and over 65% completion. No other player in NFL history has reached those marks through 2 starts with a single team. Wow. Elite quarterback Joe Flacco. Hashtag thank you, Cleveland. I'll just add the elite quarterback Joe Flacco. That's my own addition. Hashtag again, thank you, Cleveland. I remember laughing about that when we made the trade. I was like, oh, freaking great. It looks pretty good right now, I'll say. Knock on wood. It could always turn around. He looked good in his first couple starts with Indy, and it didn't last. So
that is true.
Yeah, not this good.
Father time comes for you. That's what happens.
Father time does eventually come for you, but we only need him to hang on for like 2 more months. 2 more months, Joe. 2 more months. All right, Detroit KC. I know this was the one TKM, if he's still here, wanted us to talk about. Huge win for Kansas City. Cannot be overstated. This is a massive win. really keeps their hopes in the AFC West alive for the time being. Meanwhile, for Detroit, an absolute stunner. We didn't even really give Detroit, or we didn't even give Kansas City a shot in this one when we were doing our picks. I didn't think they were gonna compete. I know Detroit's doing what they did last year. They're starting to get banged up, especially on defense, especially in the secondary. It's not great.
No, it is not.
Kansas City's starting to figure it out offensively and defensively. Hey, I criticized their defense a lot after last week, holding Detroit 17. That's impressive. They held their own in this one. Spagnuolo heard the criticism. Spags heard the critics. Chris Jones heard the critics. Juju Smith-Schuster heard Brian Branch talking smack, and left with a broken nose. But Brian Branch got suspended, so that was crazy.
That was crazy.
Always love when a game can end on a brawl. That's just fun. That's just fun stuff. We love brawls.
The AI videos that came out of this one were very funny, of like Patrick Mahomes handing the refs a money bag.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of fans of the Lions are very upset about sorry, I'm just totally blanking here. Yeah, the illegal formation call. That call gets me all the time. Sorry, Lions, but I'm not. Sorry, Lions fans, but I don't think you should be too upset about that one.
Yeah.
It did totally suck their momentum up, though.
Yes, 100%. Also, I can't believe it didn't occur to me to say this earlier. Only one team. I should have mentioned this after the Seattle-Jacksonville spiel. Only one team. Only two teams have beaten Jacksonville Jaguars.
Chiefs and the Seahawks? Oh, no, Bengals. No, the
Seahawks and Bengals.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And also, only two teams have beaten the Pittsburgh Steelers. Seahawks and Bengals.
Seahawks and Bengals, yeah.
Let's go. If you have yellow in your color... No, wait, never mind. The Packers have yellow in their color scheme. And the Vikings have yellow in their color scheme. Never mind. I was going to say, if you have yellow in your color scheme, we'll run you out of town. But, no, never mind. I was wrong. Vikings and Packers are, in fact, safe. All right, on to the Monday night games. Starting with Penix.
Our boy.
He actually wasn't
the upset.
He wasn't like insanely good in this game. It was mostly Atlanta's defense, but he was good. I mean, he was good. He got the job done. Bijan was.
Oh my goodness!
Cow, dude. If it weren't for him, I would have lost to you in fantasy. I think I won by like 35, and he got me 35.
I know. I was a little salty about that one.
Yeah. So. Bijan's insane, dude. He's might be the offense player of the year this year. If you give Baker MVP, you might have to give Bijan offense player of the year.
Yeah, probably.
He's been absolutely fantastic. Buffalo, man. Offensively, defensively, everything. They just look funky right now. They don't look like the Bills that we're used to. These dudes don't look like the Josh Allen.
I don't know what's going on with them, man. People are saying like Josh Allen doesn't have the hunger right now.
Yeah, no. I saw someone say like after Josh Allen they were talking to Josh Allen now that he's married. He's like, I'm finally starting to realize there's things
more than football
that or not. I don't know if he said more than football.
I'm not just a football player.
Football. Yeah, I'm not just a football player basically. And is he losing the drive? Is he losing the hunger?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, you can't. I don't know what's going on with him, man. What's the limiting factor there, right? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Mhm.
I've never thought that Josh Allen's had an overwhelmingly better than everyone roster. So even when he was
No.
cheap.
Yeah. No, I mean, credit to Brandon Beane. He's generally pretty good at drafting, but like he's not like building super teams like the Eagles are building. He had Allen for cheap for a while. He could have built a real strong team around him, and he never really did.
It did take him a while to develop. So that maybe didn't allow them to surround him with insane talent either.
Yeah.
So talk about the Bears.
The Bears. That's right. Last game of this week before we get into picks. Oh, the Bears. Really, this is more the Commies just absolutely blowing this one.
And they didn't get a Hail Mary to win it.
Did not get a Hail Mary to win it. Chicago made good sure that kick was going to be with no time left on the clock this time. Yeah.
Oh, man. I didn't catch the game at like the start, so I was like wondering how much they replayed last game's ending.
Oh, quite a bit. Quite a bit. They had a whole like segment dedicated to it. Yeah, no, Jaden Daniels. Oof. And Noah Brown wasn't playing in this game, so we should have known. We should have known. But yeah, Jaden Daniels not a
fumbling the ball.
It's good this year. Fumbled. He had the pick on the Commanders' first offensive drive. It was just a horrible pick. Like
I am so curious on how the Seahawks play him. I'm very curious to see what happens.
Yeah.
And the Seahawks are on the road, so that helps them. You know what Mike McDonald's road record is?
What's that?
I believe it's 10-1 right now.
Dang. Where's the loss?
Lions Monday night last year when we had nobody. And our entire defensive front seven was hurt.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah. But he can't figure out how to win at home.
It's supposed to be the easier.
I know. My theory behind that is since the Seahawks for so many years were still hamstrung by travel, especially the early travel, they invested so much into figuring out how to get it right, and then maybe they kind of forgot about preparing for home games. And the home field advantage has definitely gone down over the years. They priced out the loud fans.
Yeah. That's
good on Caleb Williams, man. Rome had a good game too.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
How many? Wait, I can't see. How many receiving yards did Swift have?
67.
There we go.
No, actually, while you're doing that, I was the Bengals. I don't know the context. I'll have to go back and watch Taylor's presser, but there's a clip of him saying six or seven, like really fast. So it sounds like he's saying 6, 7, 6, 7. Here we go.
Are Taylor pressers any interesting?
Not typically. Every now and again, there'll be a good nugget out of that. The Burrow pressers are usually the primetime television. We had a lot of those recently.
McDonald pressers are so different than Pete pressers.
Yeah.
I would say this. Mike McDonald is like one of the most average-looking like faces in the world. Like like those things where like they like here's what the average person looks like, and they combine a bunch of faces. I feel like Mike McDonald would look pretty spot on to that.
Yeah.
And his personality matches.
Yeah, actually,
especially in pressers.
Yeah, Jamar Chase has fantastic pressers. They started doing pressers for him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because it was usually Taylor would do a Monday and a Wednesday, Burrow would do Wednesday, Chase would do Thursday.
Pete Carroll always had great pressers, but he would like you found out what Pete language meant after many years, right? we always feared one word when Pete was talking about injuries because it was very bad news. Because that guy would always just never play for the rest of the year almost. A legit injury. A legit. If he said the word legit regarding an injury, bad news. Bad news.
Damn. Yeah. How many other teams give their wide receiver one his own?
That rocks.
Conference. Like, that's awesome. I love Chase, man. I just love Chase. His press conferences are always hilarious, which is funny because, like, you could honestly probably make a meme out of it. Like, the Burrow post-game press conference. They don't usually give Chase a post-game press conference. They give him, like, a midweek one.
Yeah.
But the Burrow post-game press conference, like, win or lose, it's always, like, doom and gloom. It honestly feels like he's always like, could have been better. I don't know. We should have been better. Watch the film. We gotta get better. And then, like, you cut forward to a couple days, and Chase is just like memeing the whole press conference. It's hilarious. It's awesome. So funny how different they are. Like, they're best friends, but it's so funny how different their personalities are.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Position differences, man.
That's true. That's true. That's the quarterback versus the wide receiver.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's why people said Lamar should become a receiver. It had nothing to do with his skill set. It had everything to do with he just has a receiver personality.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, shall we get to the picks?
Let's do it. Week 7, we're here. All right,
wow, obviously. Week 7.
We went from week 6 to week 7.
Oh, God. Turbo round today.
Turbo round. So, obviously, we both got it wrong, which I'm happy about. But we'll just go straight through the picks here. I won't even cut back over here. And we'll just go. So, I started on Tuesday. So, you get first pick here. Rams, Jags in London. The Jaguars.
The home team.
1.5-point underdogs. Taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
Who's picking first? Is it me or you? It is
you.
You
are. You're picking
Wait, no.
First, yep.
Wait, no. I forgot it wasn't. We already chose that yesterday. That's right.
Yep.
I'm going to go Jags because they're the home team. Home underdog.
Yeah, I actually like the Jags here too. I think they're going to bounce back now, so just haven't been impressed with the Rams.
That too. I was joking a little bit, but it's going to be a fun matchup. You know, McVay tree guys.
Yep. Yeah, and, Liam Cohen versus Sean McVay. You know what? Sean McVay, historically, has kind of struggled against guys from his own tree.
He has. Other than the Super Bowl.
Other than the one Super Bowl. But he's also the only time he ever played. Oh, no, that's true. No, I forgot they played in 2019.
That's right. But that doesn't really count.
He lost to Zach Taylor. They're 1-1 in
2019 hardly counts, though.
That makes it 1-0 then, because Zach Taylor beat him in 23 with a bum ankle Burrow.
Yeah, that's right. But I kind of like the matchup that we're going to see here. Mm-hmm. And then Rams got to go all the way from LA to London versus Jacksonville.
That's a tough travel. Yeah, versus Jacksonville's already got
more
their
time
private.
zones.
Well, that and Jacksonville's probably already got like their own private, like their players have got residences in London at this point.
They built a practice facility.
Yeah. So, yep, I think we're in agreement there. Chicago, New Orleans. Chicago's got a little bit of momentum right now. Meanwhile, New Orleans, while they're playing, New Orleans is playing tough. They play teams tough. 4.5's probably too much with how New Orleans has played teams recently. I think Chicago might fall back down to earth a little bit here. Short week. Give me New Orleans to cover.
I'm going to go Bears here. I think they're on a tear right now. They're at home. I'm going to go with it.
Cleveland, 2.5-point home favorite over the Miami Dolphins. Who you got? You're picking first.
Oh, God, what a toilet bowl.
I know. This is such a punishment
game. I'm going to go Dolphins here.
Yeah, in a game like this, just give me the team getting points. Give me Dolphins. Patriots, Titans. Patriots 6.5-point road favorites. Will the Titans get the dead cat bounced? Who's their interim? Who's the Titans interim? Did they ever? Oh, it's Mike McCoy. It's Mike McCoy.
Mike McCoy. Okay.
Yeah.
No. Oh wait, who's picking? No, you're picking
Oh,
first.
it was
Yeah.
me. It was me. Oh, I was also going to say no. As much as a believer in the dead cat bounce as I am, the Patriots are just rolling right now, and Mike McCoy is a horrible head coach in his own right.
I'm gonna go New England because I think Vrabel's gonna be out for blood.
Yes. Oh, I didn't even think about that storyline. Yeah, Vrabel going back to Tennessee. Here we go, revenge game. That's great timing actually for them to fire Callahan. All right, Chiefs Raiders. Chiefs 12.5-point home favorites over their hated division rival and Pete Carroll. Who you got?
I'm going Chiefs all the way. 12.5 is a ton, but Geno sucks right now.
He does. In fact, they beat. Normally, I'd say that's way too much, especially because the Chiefs never cover. But they just covered 13 against the Lions a few days ago. I think. I almost typed Las Vegas by accident. Yeah, I think the Chiefs pulled this one out. Eagles Vikings. Eagles coming off a disappointing loss to the Giants, but have a long bye, mini bye, I should say. While the Vikings are coming off a full bye here. Eagles 2.5 points, road favorites. Vikings still haven't announced a starter between Wentz and McCarthy. McCarthy might be back this week, but we don't know for certain. Give me the Eagles in a bounce back spot.
I don't know how I feel here. This one's tight. I think Eagles are a bit more talented, and that spread is tight. So I'm gonna go Eagles here.
Jets, Panthers. I don't know why I did British accent. This game's in New York. Panthers going up to East Rutherford, taking on the New York Jets. I can't do accents. I'm sorry. Jets 1.5-point home dogs here. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with the Jets, man. I think they're due for one.
I'm going Panthers. I think their offense is rolling right now. It sounds like they're going to get Jalen Coker back, and the Jets defense. Even they did have a nice game against Denver, but I think that might more Denver offensive miscues versus them actually figuring stuff out. I think the Panthers can at least cover 1.5. I think they should win. Giants Broncos. The Lil Jordan Humphrey revenge game is what they're calling this one on the streets. Broncos 7.5-point home favorites over Cam Scadaboo, Jackson Dart, and the exciting Whites. Really good defense line. 7.5's a lot for a Giants team that's got a lot of momentum right now. I think Giants cover. Call me crazy. Give me Giants here.
I'm actually going to agree with you here because I don't trust the Broncos offense right now.
Yeah. Chargers in their brand new all yellow getup, playing the 1.5 or playing the Indianapolis Colts. Both these teams coming off close wins against not so great teams on the. Oh no, Colts were at home. Never mind. Sorry. I was gonna say on the road. Chargers 1.5-point home favorites here. You are picking first, my friend.
I'm going to go Chargers here. I think this is going to be a tough one for Danny Dimes. Indiana Jones now. It's funny how his nickname's totally changed from Danny Dimes to Indiana Jones. He's going by the last name now.
Give me the Colts in this spot here. I've been a little uninspired with the Chargers for a few weeks
That's
now.
fair.
I think the Colts, they go back to SoFi where their only other loss of the season is. I think being in that building again, they're going to be out for blood. And the Chargers haven't exactly inspired a lot of confidence recently. America's Game of the Week. Washington Commanders versus Dallas Cowboys. Washington 1.5-point road favorites here, going down to Dallas. Both these teams coming off rough losses, but I think Washington played a better team at least. But they were at home. Road division games are tough. Dallas's offense is doing really well right now. Washington's defense doesn't look great. Washington's offense is good but turnover prone. Dallas's defense is awful. I can't bring myself to pick up Dallas's defense against Washington. Give me the Commanders.
I don't know why this. I like this. I take the points here. I don't know how. No. Oh wait. I meant like that's not what I kind of misspoke in that like 1.5 doesn't feel like enough for how much Washington scores and how bad.
Okay.
I realized that. Yeah, that taking the points.
I was like, usually take the points means you're taking the underdog. I was like, oh man, okay, all
right. In that, I just have zero faith in the Cowboys being able to slow that down. And I think that amount of points is very okay for the Commies. Even with the struggles they've had, I like it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's valid. Green Bay, Arizona. Green Bay, 6.5-point road favorites going to the desert. Who you got?
6.5. I'm gonna go Packers. I think the Cards are just imploding right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. Sounds like Packers might be getting Christian Watson back here very soon as well, which will help. Atlanta, San Fran. San Fran, 2.5-point home favorite on Sunday night football. Atlanta's got all the momentum. San Francisco's coming off a rough loss last week. I don't care. Atlanta's going cross country. And I think San Francisco generally bounces back pretty well from losses. Give me the Niners to cover.
Give me MPJ, baby.
I knew. I had ATL already typed out because I knew you were going to pick Falcons. All right.
They're my second team now. They're my second team now, man.
That's fair. Dandy of a Monday night slate here, by the way.
I know. Woo.
Detroit, Tampa. 5.5-point home favorite is Detroit, taking on the number one team in the NFC. Who do you have?
Listen, I know that
you can take Seahawks first. It's your call.
I'll just take them both first.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Give me the. I know that the Bucs are really banged up, but they just are unstoppable. Baker's playing at an MVP level right now. Getting 5.5. Ooh, baby, free money.
That's a lot. That's a lot of points to be getting. That's also a Tampa team that beat Detroit last year in Detroit too. So it's not like they aren't used to. It's not like they've never had this team's number, is what I'm saying. All right, and last game, Seattle, potentially at the same time as Mariners Game 7, by the way, taking on Houston, 3.5-point home favorite. Floor's yours. Give me the breakdown.
So in this situation, right, I think it should be a low-scoring game. Got two really good defenses and two, I think, offenses that don't live up to their defenses. I think the Seahawks offense probably has been better than the Texans offense because we have some semblance of an O-line. We actually have I think we have like an above average offensive line. It shows you how bad offensive line plays these days. So I think I'm gonna take the Seahawks here. It's looking like we're getting Witherspoon and Love back, and maybe Greek Woolen too. And CJ Stroud just hasn't been great this year, but they've been, with how bad the Ravens looked, I don't know how much stock I'm taking from that game. So I'm gonna go Seattle here.
I agree with you as well. Yeah, the Texans are rolling a little bit right now, but they played the Titans and a terrible, beaten up Ravens team. Seahawks, meanwhile, at home. I know we talked about their home struggles a little bit already. Should be an advantage. This game is going to be played at 9 o'clock Central Time, so past the Texans' bedtimes. Yeah, no, and I think.
That's right. It's at 9. I keep forgetting it's at 7.
Yeah.
Dude, I hope our JV game's at 5. I really hope so.
Yeah. So, Yeah, no, I think Seahawks will be. Seeing what Seattle did in Jacksonville, playing Houston, who I think is a worse team at home, I think they'll be okay. And that's it. The full slate is picked. College and NFL, everything's in the books and ready to go for this weekend. And that brings us to the end of this edition of the West Coast Draft Podcast. Only an hour 30 this time. Look at that. Kept it a little more truncated than normal. A little bit. Just a little bit. This is a fun one, though. Bengals are back in the win column. Joe Flacco, elite quarterback. Let's go. Closing thoughts.
I can't
Mr.
believe.
Kirkman?
First of all, I can't believe we got to podcast after a Bengals win. How fun is that?
I know,
closing
right?
thoughts. If one of us watches a Monday Night Football game at 7 p.m., all of us watch a game at 7 p.m. If you want us to play, call us. If you want to subscribe, all of us subscribe. Thanks for watching.
And drive safe, folks. And who dey?